We continue now at the top of Daf Hamid Beis in Meseches Bava Metzia. This is Bava Metzia Daf 85b. On the previous Amud, the Gemara brought the pasuk in Yirmiyah, which says, "Why was the land destroyed?" Amru Chachamim velo Pirshu. The Chachamim said, and they were not able to explain it. Amru Neviim, the prophet said, velo Pirshu. They were not able to explain it. Rashi explains, Amru Chachamim miho ish hachacham. That's a reference to the line in the pasuk which says miho ish hachacham. And Amru Haneviim, that the prophet said, Asher diber pi Hashem elav. That's a reference to the prophets. None were able to explain it. Ad shapirshva HaKadosh Baruch Hu bi'atzmo, until HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself explained it. Shenemar, as it says in the pasuk, the following pasuk, Vayomer Hashem says, Al ozvam es torasi asher nasati lefneim. It's because they left the Torah which I placed before them. Amar Rav Yehuda Amar Rav. Rav Yehuda said that Rav said, Shelo berchu b'Torah tchila. It means to say they didn't make a blessing before learning the Torah. Rashi says, Shelo berchu b'Torah tchila, kashayu oskin b'Torah, when they were learning Torah, lo hayim mevarchin lefoneh. They did not make a bracha beforehand. And Rashi continues, Kra Yeseir, this is an extra pasuk, the asher nasati lefneim. It's extra words in the pasuk when it says asher nasati lefneim. Kadarash, that's what the Gemara is darshaning now. Birchas asher bachar banu, this is a reference to asher bachar banu, the bracha we say birchas HaTorah. Shehi lefnim shel divrei Torah, that's before one learns Torah. One says this bracha of asher bachar banu, v'keven d'lo mevarchi, and since they don't make that bracha, galia datayu, they show she'ena matana chashuva lahem, that it's not considered to be a precious gift to them. And the Gemara continues, Amar Rav Chama says, Mai d'chsiv, what does it mean when it's written in the pasuk in Mishlei, Belev Navon Tanu Achachma, that in the heart of the wise, that's where wisdom rests, Uvekerev Kasilim, and then amongst the fools, Tivadeya, that's where it's known. It means to say as follows, Belev Navon Tanu Achachma, when the pasuk says Belev Navon Tanu Achachma, that refers to Zet Talmud Chacham ben Talmud Chacham. That refers to a Talmud Chacham, the son of a Talmud Chacham. That's where the wisdom is. Uvekerev Kasilim Tivadeya, and then in the midst of the fools, it makes itself known. Zet Talmud Chacham ben Amoritz, that refers to a Talmud Chacham who's the son of an Amoritz, that in this family of the Amoritz there is this wisdom. Amar Ula says, Hainu de Amri Inshi, that's what people say, Istira biligina kish kish karya. If you have a coin in an empty barrel, it makes a lot of noise. The point over there is, if you have a coin among many coins, when the barrel is full, you don't hear anything. That's like a Talmud Chacham in the family of Talmidei Chachamim. But if you have a coin in an empty barrel, it makes a lot of noise. That's like a Talmud Chacham in the family of an Amoritz. And Rashi explains, Tivadeya Modia Lakol, everybody knows about this. So Mispar Bekisra means to say Ben Amoritz, that's by a Talmud Chacham, who's the son of an Amoritz. Everybody knows about it, they're glorified by it. Hainu Bekerev Ksilam Mishpachas Ksilam means he comes from a family of fools. Estira Bilagina means Sela Echad Bilagina, if you have one coin in a barrel. Kish Kish Karya means Miskashkish, Mashmiya Kol, it makes noise. Vim Haya Molislam, if it would be full of coins, Lo Haya Mashmiya Kol, you wouldn't hear anything. And the Gemara continues, Amar Le Reb Yirmiyah, Reb Zera. Reb Yirmiyah said to Reb Zera, what does it mean when it's written in the pasuk in Eov? And this pasuk is referring to Olam Haba. Katan v'gadol shamhu v'yeved chavshi me'adonav. Small and great are there, and the servant free from his master. Atu lo yadinan de katan v'gadol shamhu. Don't we know that the small and the great are there? What the pasuk means is, Ella, rather, the pasuk means, Kol hamaktin atzmo al divrei Torah, anybody who humbles himself over the words of Torah, ba'olam hazeh, in this world, nasa gadol li'olam haba, he becomes great in olam haba. V'chol hamesam atzmo ke'eved al divrei Torah, ba'olam hazeh, anyone who makes himself like a servant to divrei Torah in this world, nasa chavshi li'olam haba, he becomes free in olam haba. And the Gemara continues, Reish Lakish have a Metziah and miyarta de Rabbanan. Reish Lakish was demarcating the caves of the Rabbanan, meaning he was identifying the burial sites of the various Rabbanan. Kimata limiyarta de Reb Chia. When he arrived at the cave of Reb Chia, Iyalma minei, it was hidden from him. He couldn't locate the burial site of Reb Chia. Cholash daite, he became depressed. Amar, he said, Ribona Shalola, master of the world, lo pilpalti Torah kamoso, did I not analyze Torah like him? Yatzda Baskol v'Yamar Lo, Baskol came out and said to him, Torah kamoso pilpalta, you did analyze Torah like him, but Torah kamoso lo ribatzta, but you did not disseminate Torah in the same way that Reb Chia did. And the Gemara continues, Ki ava minsur Reb Chanina of Reb Chia, when Reb Chanina and Reb Chia were debating in Torah matters, Amar le Reb Chanina Reb Chia, Reb Chanina said to Reb Chia, Bahade didi kaminsis, you're arguing with me. Chas v'shalom, heaven forbid, mishtachla Torah mi Yisrael, if the Torah is forgotten from Klal Yisrael, mahadran alam mi pilpulei, I could return it based on my analysis. Amar le Reb Chia Reb Chanina, Reb Chia said to Reb Chanina, Bahade didi kaminsis, you think you're arguing with me? Da'avdi la Torah de lo tishtakach mi Yisrael, because I've done something for Torah that it should never be forgotten from Klal Yisrael. And the Gemara continues, Maya vidna, what did I do? Azlina v'shadina kisno gedilna nishvi. I went and I sowed flax seeds, and then from what grew, I made nets. B'tzaydin natavi, and then I captured deer. Umachilna b'Israel liyasmi. I fed the meat of the deer to orphans. V'arichna megilta, and then from the hide of the deer, I made scrolls. V'chas Uvasavna chamisha chumshe, and I wrote the 5 chumashim, the chamisha chumshe Torah. Uslikna lamasa, then I went to this city, umakrina chamisha yunki b'chamisha chumshe, and then I taught 5 children, one each of the 5 chamisha chumshe Torah. Umasnina shisa yenuke shisa sidre, and I also taught 6 children, each of the orders of the 6 mishnayos. V'amarna luhu, and then I said to them, hadarna vasina, until I return and come, akru hadadi, you should teach each other the chumash, v'asnu hadadi, and you should teach each other the mishnayos, v'avdi lo Torah de lo tishtakach mi Yisrael, and through that I made it that the Torah would not be forgotten from Klal Yisrael. And the Gemara says, Hainu dama Rebbe, that's what Rebbe said, Kama gedolim Masechet, how great is what Chia has done. Amar le Rebbe Yishmael Rebbe Yossi, Rebbe Yishmael Rebbe Yossi said to Rebbe, Afilu mimar is even greater than the master, is even greater than Rebbe. Amar le said to him, yes, he's greater even than me. Afilu me'abba, then Rebbe Yishmael Rebbe Yossi said, is he even greater than my father Rebbe Yossi? Amar le said to him, Chas v'shalom, heaven forbid, lo tehei kazos b'Yisrael, this shouldn't be in Klal Yisrael, nobody is greater than Rebbe Yossi. And Rashi explains, Metziah mi'arta de Rabbanan, he was identifying the caves of the Rabbanan, the burial sites of the Rabbanan, shlo yikoshlo kohanim, that way kohanim shouldn't stumble, la'avor alein v'lahal, they shouldn't walk over them, become tamei, shlo teret hakol al yedei tzadikim, that it shouldn't be a stumbling block should come through these tzadikim. And Rashi continues, l'chamisha yenuke, to 5 children, l'chol echad sifro, each child was taught 1 sefer of the chamisha chumshei Torah, umasnina al peh, and then I taught by heart, shisa sidrei mishnah, these 6 orders of mishnayos, l'shisa yenuke, again in the same fashion, to 6 children. And then I said, Akra adadi limdu zeh mikros, teach each other the various psukim, v'yasnu adadi, and teach each other limdu zeh sidro, each one should teach the other one his seder of mishnayos. And then he said, Lo tehei kazos b'Yisrael, lo tomar zos b'Yisrael, don't say this in Yisrael, that anyone is greater than Rabbi Yossi. And the Gemara continues, Amar Reb Zera says, Emesh nira li Rabbi Yossi Reb Chanina, yesterday Rabbi Yossi Reb Chanina appeared to me, Amarti lo, I said to him, Eitzel mi atataku, in the upper realms, who are you placed by? Amar li said to me, Eitzel Rabbi Yochanan, I'm placed by Rabbi Yochanan. For Rabbi Yochanan, Eitzel mi, and where's Rabbi Yochanan placed by? Eitzel Rabbi Yana, he's placed by Rabbi Yana. Rabbi Yana, Eitzel mi, and who is Rabbi Yana placed by? Eitzel Reb Chanina, he's placed by Reb Chanina. Of Reb Chanina, Eitzel mi, and Reb Chanina, where is he placed by? Eitzel Reb Chia, he's placed by Reb Chia. Amarti lo, so I said to him, for Rabbi Yochanan, Eitzel Reb Chia lo, Rabbi Yochanan is not placed by Reb Chia, he's not as great as Reb Chia. Amar li said to me, Ba'asar de zekukin de nura uvurin de'esh, in the place of fiery sparks and flames, man ma'ayel bar nafcha l'samon, who's going to bring in bar nafcha? Rabbi Yochanan was referred to as bar nafcha, who's going to bring in bar nafcha to that place? And the Gemara continues, Amar Rav Chaviva says, Ishtoi li Rav Chaviva bar Surmaki. Rav Chaviva bar Surmaki relayed to me, Chazi leya hume Rabbanan, I saw one of the Rabbanan, to have a shchiach Elio gabe, that Elio Hanavi would frequently visit this one of the Rabbanan, to let Safra have a shapir and einai. In the morning his eyes looked good, Uliorsa, but I saw that in the evening, Damyon kedemiklin benura, it looked like his eyes were burned in fire. Amri le, so I said to him, my hi, what's going on with this? V'yamar li, he said to me, Di amri li Elio, I said to Elio, Ach v'li Rabbanan, show me the Rabbanan, kisalki l'mesifta derakia, when they go up to the yeshiva in heaven. Amar li said to me, Bekulu motzis listakule behu, you can look at all of them as they ascend, levar migu harka de Rabbi Chia, except for the chariot of Rabbi Chia, the lo testakel be, you shouldn't look at that. And the Gemara says, "My simanaya, what's the sign? How do you know which one is Rabbi Chia and which is the others?" Bekulu azli malachi kisalki v'nachti levar miguharka Rabbi Chia deminavshe salak v'nachis. By all of them, the angels accompany the chariot as it goes up and as it descends, except for the chariot of Rabbi Chia that goes up and down by itself. And so the Gemara continues, Lo matzoi l'ukman avshay, I couldn't restrain myself, and istakli, but I still looked at the chariot of Reb Chia. Asu trei butiti denura, and 2 fiery flames came, umachiyu lahu gavra, and they struck that person, meaning they struck me, besaminu la'ene, and they blinded my eyes. L'machar, the next day, azli ishtatchi ama'arte, I went and I spread myself out by the cave of Reb Chia. Amina masnaisa demar masnina, and I said, the brises of the master, I learned those. V'itasoy, and I was healed, I was again able to see. And Rashi explains, Masnisa demar kamasnina, I've learned the brises of the master. Rashi says that refers to Tosefta shel Adoni, it refers to the Toseftas of my master, Rabbi Chia. Shesidra l'shisha sadarm, he arranged 6 orders of Tosefta. Ani shona tamid, I learned those all the time. To Rabbi Chia sidra l'Tosefta, because Rabbi Chia arranged the Tosefta, kedamrin and bialma, like we say in general, Rebbe lo shana, Rabbi Chia menole, if Rebbe didn't teach it, where did Rabbi Chia get it from? V'amrin, we also say, kol masnisa de lo misnia be Rabbi Chia v'Rabbi Oshia, any brisa that's not taught by Rabbi Chia and Rav Oshia, lo tusva mina b'vei midrash, you shouldn't ask from it in the base medrash. And the Gemara continues, Elio have a shchiach b'mesifta de Rebbe. Elio was frequently at the yeshiva of Rebbe. Yom Achad, one day, Reish Yarcha Have, it was Rosh Chodesh, Nagale Veloasa, he was delayed, and he did not come at the usual time. Amar Le, so Rebbe said to Elio, Navi, my time on Nagale Lamar, why was the master delayed? Amar Le said to him, Adu Kimnali Avram, after I woke up Avraham Avinu, Mashana Yod, Umashina Yode, and I washed his hands, Umatzli, and he prayed, Umagninale, and then I laid him down. V'chein li Yitzchak, I did the same thing for Yitzchak, V'chein li Yaakov, and the same thing for Yaakov, and that's why it took such time to get to you. And the Gemara says, V'lukminu b'hadei hadodi. So Rebbe said to Eliyahu Navi, why not do it all at the same time? And Eliyahu Navi responded, Savri, I thought, Takfi barachami, that if they daven together, it will be so strong, the mercy that they're asking for, the prayers will be so strong, Umaisi leila Mashiach, and they'll end up bringing Mashiach below Zimnei earlier than its time. Amar Le, so Rebbe said to Eliyahu Navi, V'yesh dugmasan b'olam hazeh, is there anyone like them in this world? Amar Le, so Eliyahu Navi said to Rebbe, Iko Rebbe Chia uvanav, there's Rebbe Chia and his children, they are similar to Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. And so the Gemara continues, Gaza Rebbe Ta'anisa, Rebbe was Gozer, he made a decree that everyone should fast, and Achsinu Rebbe Chia uvanav, he brought Rebbe Chia and his children down, that they should lead in the prayers. And the Gemara says, Amar Mashiv Haruach, Rebbe Chia said the words Mashiv Haruach, V'nosh V'zeik, and the wind blew. Amar Moed HaGoshem, then he said Moed HaGoshem, V'yasa Mitra, and the rain came. Kimot L'meimer Mechai HaMesim, when he was about to say Mechai HaMesim, Rogash Olma, the whole world shook. And the Gemara says, Amri Barakia, they said in the heavens, Man Goli Razia Bialma, who's the one that's revealing the secrets in the world? Amri, they said, Elio, it's Eliyahu Navi, he's the one that revealed this, that Rebbe Chia and his children have this power. And the Gemara says, Asyu Elio, they brought Elio and Machyuhu, they beat him, Shisin Pulsi Denura, with 60 fiery lashes. And so the Gemara says, Asa Eliyahu Navi came to the congregation, Idmi Lahu, and he appeared to them, Kedova Denura, like a fiery bear. Ol Beinayu, he came among them, Vitardino, and then he distracted them, and that's how they stopped their prayers. And the Gemara continues, Shmuel Yarchina Asya de Rebbe Have. Shmuel Yarchina was the doctor of Rebbe. Cholash Rebbe Be'enei, Rebbe had pain in his eye. Amar Le, so Shmuel Yarchina said to Rebbe, Imli Lochsama, I'll give you a medicine. Amar Le, so Rebbe said, Lo Yechilne, he said, I can't take the medicine, I can't take it, that you'll put it directly in my eye. And so the Gemara continues, Shmuel Yarchina said, Ashtar Loch Mishter, I'll apply it as a salve right above the eye. And Amar Le, and still Rebbe said to him, Lo Yechilne, still I can't take it. And so have a Mosev le beguvsa de samne tuse besadye v'itzi. And so Shmuel Yarchina placed it in a tube of herbs beneath his pillow, and he was healed. And the Gemara says, Have a kamitztar Rebbe lemismechei, Rebbe was trying to give smicha to Shmuel Yarchina. Rashi says, Have a mitztar Rebbe lemismechei torach, he was making efforts to mesasek lesomchu, he was trying to give him smicha. Lefisha chacham baki haya kolkach, because he was wise and he was such an expert. But the Gemara says, V'lo have a mistaya milsa, Rebbe was not successful. As Rashi says, Shahoisa shad nitrefes, either the time wasn't good, or lo hayu chachamim nesafim, or the chachamim, they weren't gathered properly. In any case, he was not successful. Amar Le, so Shmuel Yarchina said to Rebbe, Lo litztar mar, the master should not be distressed by this. Ledidi chazi li sifra d'Adam Arishon, I saw the Sefer, the book of Adam Arishon, Uchsiv Bey, and it's written in it, Shmuel Yarchina, about Shmuel Yarchina, and we will continue with this discussion in the next video on Daf Pei Vav Amud Aleph.